All right, man. Trizzy Gang in the hood. Trizzy Gang was good with y'all, man. We got another one of these. I'm not gonna say crime videos, but we got another like documentary-ish type of video. You know what I'm saying? We got what happens when you murder a brutal drug lord's son. Not gonna lie, I don't know if this is about like El Chapo and them boys. You know what I'm saying? But hey, bro, I'm the type of nigga that this type of shit interesting to me, bro. 100%, bro. We always are gonna react to things like this, bro, because these are like, bro, this is shit that I would watch in my own free time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't only react to sports, bro. I just can't. Personally, me, that's not what my channel is going to be about. My channel is about sports and life. Like, just life. Things happen in life. You feel me? That's why I react to all these, like, arrests and shit like that, bro. Because this shit that I already, like, I'm telling you, everything that y'all see me react to is things I already watch in my own time. And that's not even all of it. You feel me? That's not even all of it. Some things I haven't even started reacting to yet. You feel me? So, I'm here for this. It should be interesting. You know, the last video we made about some type of gangs or something like that was, like, the El Salvador, you know what I'm saying? The prison and everything. So, I don't know if this is in El Salvador or anything, or these people are from El Salvador, but hey, bro, these overseas folks are not the same as these American folks, bro. These American folks really think they dangerous, they be doing something, bro. It's not the same as these overseas, these fives, bro. It ain't the same, bro. It ain't. That's why, bro, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I really don't be afraid of Americans like that, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a beam, bro. I'd be more scared if I went overseas and shit, like, bro. Like, the motherfuckers don't play. They do not play, bro. They will end you so brutally. Like, it's not even funny, bro. It's not even funny. But anyways, bro, I want to get road to 10K. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn on post notifications to be notified when I post a new video. Follow all my socials in the description down below. Let's get straight to this reaction, man. Let's see what it's talking about, man. Let's see.
Mexican drug lords are often laid to rest in places much more luxurious than most people's homes. One of the most extravagant mausoleums in a grand cemetery called Jardines del Jumaya in the state of Sinaloa houses the remains of one of Mexico's most infamous, violent, and vengeful drug lords, Manuel Fidel Torres Felix.
Okay.
This building costs about $340,000 and is decorated with Greco-Roman style columns.
That's for somebody who's laying to rest? Bro. Hey, bro, can y'all send some bread this way? Can y'all send some money this way, bro? That's for somebody who's laying to rest. But that's bigger than my crib right now, man. That's insane.
Complete with an alarm system, 24-hour air conditioning, and a fully equipped kitchen.
What?
How does someone rise to such infamy and wealth? This is the story of his climb to become one of the famous legends of Mexican cartels.
Okay.
How does a simple man from a small village become one of the most feared and deadly hitmen in the underground world of drug trafficking?
Tough.
What happened to him to cause the complete and utter unraveling of his sanity? How did he meet his eventual demise? Manuel Fidel Torres Felix was born in a tiny town of about 8,000 people called Cosala in Sinaloa. By the time he was in his 30s, he had begun working for the notorious Sinaloa cartel, also known as the Blood Alliance, due to the fact that most of the cartel's members are related through blood or marriage. The Sinaloa cartel is the strongest and most prominent drug cartel in the world. What began as a coalition of agricultural families became the #1 drug trafficking operation, starting in the 1960s with marijuana and then branching out into cocaine and eventually heroin and meth when they saw a rise in its demand. One of the reasons for the cartel's great success is that it does not function as a traditional hierarchy, but instead as
no smoke, though. I want no smoke. Hey, you feel me? I'm just watching.
separate groups that protect one another. This way, even though one of its most well-known leaders, Joaquin Guzman, known as El Chapo, was arrested and extradited to the U.S., the cartel is still flourishing.
Guzman has been indicted by grand juries in 6 states, and the U.S. aggressively urged the Mexican government to send him here to face charges in an American courtroom.
Torres' older brother, Javier Torres Felix, was already well established in the Sinaloa cartel by the time Manuel got involved. Javier was a protege of Juan Manuel Salcido Uteza, known as El Cochiloco, meaning crazy pig.
Cochiloco, una persona pues...
Crazy pig is crazy. It's an insane nickname.
Ganó mucho dinero, que tuvo muchas propiedades allá en Sinaloa, acá en Guadalajara también, hoteles.
Salcido lived a double life as a generous and friendly rancher in Coquimatlan in the state of Colima, even befriending the state's governor, Elias Zamora Verduzco. When El Cochiloco was killed in 1991 after he stole 8 tons of cocaine from Colombian drug traffickers, his identity was revealed to the shocked people who had grown to admire the man, who did things like provide uniforms for local kids' sports teams and help get roads paved. Zamora, the governor, said he did not feel bad about his friendship with the man he discovered was one of the leaders of the Sinaloa cartel. After Salcedo's death, Manuel's older brother Javier Torres Felix, or JT, began working under Ismael El Mayo Zambada, one of the cartel's most violent and powerful leaders, who up until this day remains the only member of Mexico's list of most wanted drug lords to elude arrest. That was not the case for Javier Torres Felix, who was arrested and released multiple times. In 2001, after another prison stint of Javier's, a hit on the brothers Javier and Manuel Torres Felix was attempted, supposedly by Ramon Arellano Felix, a leader in the Tijuana cartel. However, the gunmen were unsuccessful, so instead they took out their violence on the townspeople of the brothers' birthplace of Cosala, killing 12 people. During a traffic stop by police.
Wicked, bro. They be getting wicked, bro. They'll just do shit to get at you, bro. Like, it get treacherous over there, bro. Real talk, bro. Overseas, it get treacherous, man.
Officer Angel Antonio Arias Torres, Ramon Arellano Felix was killed by a single gunshot to the head after firing at Arias Torres, who died immediately after shooting Arellano. Rumor had it that El Chapo himself had ordered Arias Torres to make the traffic stop in order to kill Arellano. Eventually, after the 2004 arrest of Javier Torres Felix and his later extradition to the U.S., the younger brother Manuel Fidel Torres Felix replaced Javier as El Mayo's right-hand man, working alongside Ovidio Guzman, the son of El Chapo. Soon he was responsible for moving drugs from South America to the U.S. First nicknamed ML1, Torres was renowned for his cold-bloodedness and violent tendencies. The Mexican drug cartels are no strangers.
About these like cartels and like these gangs overseas, bro. They do shit to just one up each other, bro. They kill, bro. They get more, bro. They get more gruesome. They get more devious. They get more dangerous. Just to up one another, bro. It's crazy.
To murder, torture, and physical beatings
like
in order to keep their various trafficking operations, which can branch out from drugs into other things like guns and even sometimes human beings. But Torres was especially sinister, sometimes to the point of pure sadistic cruelty. One of the people Torres worked closely with was Alfredo Beltran Leyva, or El Mochomo, which means desert ant. Beltran was one of the 5 brothers, including himself, Arturo, Alberto, Carlos, and Hector Beltran Leyva. When Alfredo was arrested in 2008, his brothers blamed El Chapo and decided to break away from the Sinaloa cartel to create their own organization, which became known as the Beltran Leyva cartel. Arturo Beltran Leyva, known as El Barbas, in particular, had a vendetta against the Sinaloa cartel. This began a rivalry that would erupt again and again in bloody violence and death. What happened after this between the Sinaloa cartel and the Beltran Leyva cartel is what would eventually earn Manuel with the nickname El Ondeado, which means something like the Twisted One, although it's more often translated as the Crazy One.
When he is mentioned, the new members of the Caldero de Sinaloa showed their kind of admiration towards the criminal recognized as one of the fiercest adversaries of the Beltran Leyva brothers.
Because the Torres Felix brothers had worked so closely with El Chapo, the Beltran Leyva cartel naturally thought of them as prime targets for their vengeance. One of the first attacks on Manuel Torres Felix's family happened when his nephew Joel Torres Jimenez, the son of his older brother Javier, was assaulted at a billiards hall. Joel Torres would go on to narrowly escape death 3 times, but much worse than that was the attack that resulted on the murder of El Ondeado's son, Anastasio Torres Acosta, El Taquio, and the shooting injury of his sister-in-law, Sandra Rivas Heredia, and his 4-year-old daughter Alondra, whose arm had been amputated after the shooting.
Oh my gosh, bro, I told you they get treacherous. They don't care, bro. They do not care. They don't care. They don't care if you got a little. They don't care, bro. They don't care. They don't care. Neither of those people in the, you know what I'm saying, America, but bro, this shit crazy.
April 18, 2008, Anastasio was out for drive in a Montalbano neighborhood of Culiacan with Sandra and Alondra when his car was ambushed by an armed convoy of members of the Beltran Leyva cartel. In the exchange of gunfire that followed, Anastasio was fatally injured and Sandra and Alondra both hit. A note left at the scene of the shooting attack said, "On behalf of your friend Arturo and his nephews, Los Zetas, so you can understand, Manuel Torres." It was supposedly written on behalf of Arturo Beltran Leyva, El Barbas. The grief and rage that followed for Manuel Torres Felix is said to have driven him mad, and he no longer cared who he hurt or killed in his quest for revenge. Rumor had it that as he mourned his son, he put a hit out on anyone and everyone who may have been connected to the Beltran Leyva cartel and may have had anything to do with the death of his son and the grave injury of his daughter.
El M1 you killed his son and his bro. You almost took out his daughter, bro. I'm putting a hit out on everyone I know. I mean, everyone I know is connected to you too, bro. Real spill, bro. Not even holding y'all, bro.
Mix of rage and painful grief over losing his son Tachio. It was that day when he found out about his son's death that he lost his mind.
A few months after the attack, 2 men were discovered at the same spot, one inside a barrel with his head removed, and the other wrapped in a canvas with his thumb removed and an orange bow tied to his body. These orange bows were found on many other corpses found around the same time. There was a note attached to the man in the barrel claiming that the 2 were hitmen of Arturo Beltran Leyvas, who were killed in order to teach respect for my children. 5 more corpses were found at the same location that very week. Most of the bodies had notes attached that seemed clearly to be from Manuel Torres Felix. Then on July 4th, 2008, a call was made to local police to report the discovery of a mysterious red sedan parked on the roadside. Inside the open trunk were several bodies, mutilated, decapitated, stuffed into plastic bags. One of the bodies was that of former commander of the state police unit.
Bro, how many times have I said, oh my gosh, in this video, bro? That's just tell you how wild and, bro, wicked these folks are, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Hey, that's some good, that's some, not even good. Bro, what am I saying? That's some crazy get back, but like, yo, like this shit is all wicked, bro.
Whose entire body had been torn apart, his limbs in one bag, head in another, and torso in another. Another one was placed next to the body of a snake. Reportedly, El Oneado had tortured any man connected to his son's death in their own home. A note was left that said, "For you to keep in mind, Arturo Beltran Leyva, from El Oneado. If you're such a man, let's meet man to man. This goes to you, or your dog-eating, child-killing, police-killing chatos. You better shoot yourself. Stop doing these infamous acts. All of you together are too little for me alone." Some people say that over 200 deaths occurred in the weeks following El Tachio's slaying. Later that year, in September, the army raided a ranch used by narcos and seized guns and ammunition. They also found a photo of ML1 and his nephew, Misael Torres Urea, known as M2. This photo basically went viral and appears in many stories, videos, and music videos about Torres. El Oneado's deathly feud with Arturo Beltran Leyva was cut short with the death of Beltran. On December 11, 2009, Mexican authorities invaded Beltran's home in the middle of a lavish Christmas party, where even a Grammy-winning Latino musician was a guest. 3 gunmen were killed, but Beltran escaped. However, 5 days later, on December 16th, the same day that the heads of 6 police investigators were found impaled on a display in Durango, Beltran was located in a luxury hideout south of Mexico City. Over 200 officials invaded to capture him. In the ensuing gun battle, Beltran was fatally shot and killed. 3 other members of the Beltran cartel were killed, and another man jumped to his death in an apparent suicide. During that battle, a Marine named Mels Cadet Anglo Cordova was killed.
I mean, hey, bro, they would have done that. They would have got arrested and got killed in prison. So it's like, I mean, hey, bro, this shit is wild, bro. I can't.
He was awarded the highest military awards possible at a well-publicized and glorious funeral. But merely hours later, almost his entire family, his mother, sister, brother, and aunt, was slaughtered in an act of revenge. El Oneado finally met his end in a showdown with the Mexican government on October 13, 2012. After his death, the Mexican government claimed that they had dealt a damaging blow to the Sinaloa cartel. Although due to the non-hierarchical nature of the cartel, the effects of his death were hard to measure. It did show that the government was willing to go after the cartel's members, though, which may have struck fear in some of them. In the days following his death, flags and signs known as narconatos, or narco banners, started appearing around the town of Culiacan, placing blame upon El Mayo himself and claiming he had set up his own lieutenant to be killed. El Oneado is so famous, and in fact honored and respected in some ways, perhaps for his relentlessness in avenging the death of his son, that he is the subject of many narcos corridos, songs that tell the stories of various drug traffickers and their exploits. In these controversial songs, narcos are often elevated to an almost heroic status, as Robin Hood-like figures opposing the government. One such song, which celebrates M1's love for Hummers and AK-47s, contains the following lyrics. These days, El Mayo still holds a high position, although his health is reportedly declining. What will happen next to the Sinaloa cartel remains to be seen, but it's indisputable that the violent reign of terror of Manuel Torres Felix is one of the most famous chapters of the cartel's history.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. We are going to continue to stay in touch with these cartel history like videos, but like, yo, man, the amount of like times I had to say, oh my gosh, oh my lord, whoa, what the all that, bro. These boys are some demons, bro. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. This shit is crazy, man. And I'm gonna continue to say that was some crazy get back. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, that was some crazy get back, man. Bro, like, cut up people's bodies and shit. Like, this was insane, man. Y'all keep spamming me videos like this. You know I'm gonna get these reactions out the way, man. Road to 10K. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out this bitch.